Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first Dream Team live stream. Drop a comment in the chat just to let us know that it's working, because not tried this out before, but I didn't anticipate having this many questions already. But for those of you don't know, this is Ben from the Dream Team Tonic. How you doing, Ben? You all right?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
Good stuff. Yeah, not too bad. Just been spending the morning trying to figure out how to work this, but hopefully it's working all right. Just before we dive straight into these questions, I'm just going to quickly open it up just to make sure it's working. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Right, an hour till deadline. So I wasn't anticipating this many questions straight away. So should we just jump straight into everyone's, and then maybe we'll take a quick break just to decide what we're doing and have a little look at each other's decisions, I think.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can bring these up on the screen first. Kyle Thomas, does that come up on the screen for you there?
Yes.
So he's saying, this will be good. I'm feeling risky this week. Keep Estupinian Jota out for Juan He-Chan and Palmer out for Gross. Just need to think it through. Oh, it's not so much of a question, but I think that seems solid. Jota out, has to come out anyway. You're not so keen on the Huang move, are you?
No. I just think you're booking transfers in for the future. Like, Wolves have got a single game week for the next 2 game weeks, while there's other teams with doubles. So I know that he might score a hat-trick this week against Sheffield United, but it's a risk. So very short term, and then you might get stuck with the Wolves striker. So yeah, well, the Wolves have got Newcastle away next week and Fulham at home the week after that. But while other teams have the European games, double game weeks. So yeah, I'm not too keen on it longer term.
Yeah, I think if my team was looking like solid the whole way through, I'd maybe do one move. But I'm already looking at how do I get Salah back, how do I get Estupinian out and all this. I don't think I could go there. But if the rest of your team's looking good, I don't mind it. Ian was just looking forward to it. So shout out to Ian. Hopefully he's managed to join us. Forium, looking forward to the stream. Hopefully he's in here as well. Salah, Nunez, KDB, long-term hold or short-term gains. So you're thinking about Salah already, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing him in this week. Just get him in the team. Saves me transfer next week. And I'm going to want him for the rest of the season if he's fit. We still don't know what the crack is, do we? Really?
I was listening to your voice note that you send out to sort of the Patreon members and the Hub members, and yeah, you seem to think he'll definitely start the first one at least, or be risked for it. I've got Nunez and Jota, so I kind of don't want to keep Nunez and bring Salah in case both of them don't. But yeah, it's just guesswork, isn't it? Neither of us know who's going to be starting for Liverpool. You can't trust Klopp either.
Yeah. What about the KDB? Go on.
Oh, sorry. No, on KDB, I'm just keeping him. He seemed like he travelled. There was footage that he was at Bournemouth Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, he blanked everyone, didn't he? Walked straight through, didn't sign any autographs or anything.
We might just play one of two. I'm trying to keep an eye on Twitter to see if we do get any leaks. As usual, they're drip feeding them through. All the pages that are sort of well known are sort of just dripping them through bit by bit. And the only ones I've seen at the minute is Diaz starts for Bournemouth.
Against Bournemouth, yeah.
Against Bournemouth. But I'm not seeing too many come through yet that look reliable. City Extra saying Kyle Walker starts, Jeremy Doku in the front three. That's predicted though. Yeah. What was you going to ask on KDB? Yeah, I'm just going to keep him in.
Ake starts as well, apparently.
Ake starts.
And Ruben Diaz.
Nice. You got Ake? I've got Ake.
Oh, sorry, you said Ruben Diaz, didn't you? I thought you were on about the Luis Diaz.
Oh no. JC, still no news on Salah. Is it worth putting Watkins in his place? What do you reckon?
No, I think hold Salah. I think Watkins is a good pick long term, and he's got a good fixture this week, but it's a single. And I think Salah will play at least one game, possibly 30 minutes in the other game.
And Diaz has only got one. Watkins only got one anyway, and so yeah, I think I'd wait. I do want Watkins potentially for next week, but their draws are a bit tougher than I was expecting. There's quite a lot of tough draws in there, isn't there, for the European side?
Ajax, wasn't it? Brighton did work quite well against Ajax, but Ajax seem to be improving now because they were terrible at the start of the season.
But you just know that he's going to get 90 minutes in all of those, don't you now? I don't think it's worth putting Watkins in at the moment. In terms of Ederson playing and keeping cleans, I don't trust City's defence, but everyone below me has Ederson or an extra City defender. You got any? You got Ederson?
I haven't got Ederson. I haven't got any City defenders. I had Gvardiol last week, but I had to get rid of him because he was injured. Yeah. So then I decided to go down the Liverpool route, and I got Van Dijk and Robertson. Ederson's a good pick, but I just think not that. Just hold it another week if you're going to bring Ederson in,
because he won't play.
Yeah, he won't play the FA Cup match against Luton, so it's just a single for him. I don't know who you've got in your team already, but I've got Dubravka, so I think he'll get pummeled by Arsenal, but he'll still get 2 games. He's got Blackburn next after that as well, so I'll move him on after
10 saves or something in that game.
Yeah. What about Kelleher? Kelleher could be a good pick for a few months. For a few game weeks while Alisson's out. Supposed to be out till after the international break after game week 28. So could. Did
you have Kelleher for that time earlier in the season? Yeah, I think that scarred me a little bit because he weren't great for that, was it? And then Alisson came back quicker than what we expected as well. I'd stay clear, but it's not bad for this little run, is it? Because he's out for a while. Dave Barry, Euro draws were a bit painful. Going to take the punt on Pascal Gross, though. Watkins still shout. How have the draws affected your plans going forward? Do you want to start? You like a European player in there?
I think they're all winnable games. They're tough games, but I could see all our English teams beating the teams they've got to play. So it hasn't really put me off anyone. Yeah, I like Gross. Gross is in my thoughts at the moment, but I might not pick him yet. And Watkins is probably game week 26. I'll start looking at him just because he's got doubles from then with Luton and Ajax. This week's Forest at home, which ain't a bad fixture really, but it's if you want to get on Watkins early and save your transfers.
Yeah, I don't mind any of those draws, to be honest with you. I'd probably avoid West Ham just until they pick up some form. But apparently Paqueta is in contention today.
Yeah.
Well, not today.
Monday, innit? Monday. But yeah, he's got a chance. The fixtures are nice for West Ham with Brentford at home, Everton away, Freiburg away, Burnley at home, Freiburg at home. But they're not in form, are they?
No.
Maybe when Paqueta's back, he can string it all together.
At least with Brighton and Villa, you sort of know what you're going to get, don't you, from them? West Ham are a bit of a mess at the moment. Pascal Gross is a definite for me. He's going to be one of my transfers in this week. What do you make of the Liverpool ones? Because they've probably got a decent draw, but they're the ones that probably are going to rotate more, potentially.
Yeah.
Do you think Virgil will play in Europa?
I think he's got to start him in the first leg, surely. Tough away game. Get the result away from home, and then they can mess about in the home leg. That's what I'd do. I'd start a strong team, make sure you get through, because it's another cup in it for his legacy for Klopp in it. If you win that,
it's either side of the City game though.
True.
So it's either try and get it won, then play City, or just maybe see how you get on rotating in the first one.
Yeah, good point.
And see what you've got to do at home. Anfield second leg.
Yeah, they've got just make sure they don't lose away from home, really, aren't
they? Martin Bratley. I'm unsure on taking Petrovic out for Ederson or Palmer out for Gross. Already taken Jota out for Diaz. Petrovic is probably fine, isn't he? Really, I know it's Liverpool, but he's going to get 2. You'd think.
Isn't Sanchez back in the squad now?
Do you think he's going to? Do you think he's going to get his place back? Do you think he'll get his place back?
I don't know.
I think Petrovic has been good.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's back for certain. Or Palmer out for Gross. Again, that's another one that could go either way, isn't it? Because Palmer's going to play twice. They're both on pens. I like Jota for Diaz. That's a decent move, but
that Palmer one is one of the things I'm thinking about because I didn't want to move him on this week, but longer term, he's not in Europe, and from next week there's single game weeks. Well, obviously European teams are playing, so you've got to look at over a longer punt. So you've got to look at it as more of a 4 for 2, 6 for what is it, 2 for 6, 6 for 4 in it really to Palmer. So Gross is going to have 2 extra games. That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah, I think I'd probably get Gross in.
Mm.
You could be unlucky. Palmer could grab a pen in one of those games or something. I don't think that league game is as easy as it looks.
Yeah, Petrovic should play one of the games, shouldn't he? Surely, like he might bring Sanchez back for the FA Cup game.
Maybe. I just think they've only got cups now to play for, haven't they? So they're gonna be putting out their full strength each time. I suppose the keeper swap isn't the worst. Yeah, Palmer to Gross. Watkins or Salah for this week?
I'm on Salah.
You're thinking Salah.
Yeah, get him in.
It's impossible. It's impossible to know on the Salah thing, but I do think that he probably will play one. And if it's one with Watkins versus one with Salah, I guess it's Salah, isn't it?
Salah's on penalties as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I can't believe Watkins ain't on pens.
I know. And Luis said on his stream, didn't he, that I'm going to let Watkins take a pen, and he didn't the next penalty.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz. They've had a lot as well. Next up, I think I've cracked my free transfers. This is Reece Robinson. I'm pretty sure, by the way, he missed the deadline last week. He's in the comments on my videos usually. So make sure you've locked your team in, Reece. Yeah, his free transfers: Porro for Cash, Palmer for Watkins, or Gross and Alvarez for Haaland. Which is better, Watkins or Gross?
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, both in agreement on Gross. I don't think I'm that keen on Porro to Cash, but
no,
he'll get the extra games until like Concer's back. Shout out Jen, Diaz or Gross. That's you. This is the one that you're not sure on, isn't it? In your team.
I'm thinking Diaz at the minute because he's in a more attacking team. I just think he's going to be nailed while there's these injuries with Jota and possible doubts for Salah and Nunez. But yeah, they're both good shouts this week, really. I don't think you can go wrong. Both got longer term games as well, double game weeks.
Yeah, I think
Gross is an all-rounder. Diaz is more relying on goals and assists, isn't he?
Yeah, the reason I've looked at it now, and I keep, for my own team, with these players that rely on goals and assists, I just feel like I keep getting unlucky and catching people at the wrong time. Like I'll have Watkins on his spell where he's not scoring.
Yeah.
Like hot and cold, and I seem to keep missing the hauls. So I just thought with Gross, he just seems more steady. You're not always waiting for goals and assists. So that's why I like him. But Ice Kitty, injury updates on Salah and Nunez, please. I'm thinking of playing it safe and transferring out Nunez and Jota for Watkins and Gross. Have to think long term as getting rid of Palmer next week. Nah, we've got no additional information on those compared to what's out there already. I think both are probably going to be available in the squad, but I did see, what was that page? Hang on.
Jota's definitely out, isn't he?
Yeah, Jota's definitely out.
Nunez will probably be around the bench. If he's a doubt.
I think if I had to guess, I think they both get like one game. Do you?
Yeah.
But there's a page and I can't find it. It was called like Scion Reds or something like that. And he was saying he'd be very surprised if either of them start. He was one that was doing the leaks on Liverpool, but he wasn't leaking it. He was just saying that he thinks he'd be surprised if they both start. I'm just trying to scroll back. They posted a picture of both of them in training, and apparently it was just rehab work, not full training. So he thinks bench at best for the final for Salah and Nunes, but
Really?
we just don't know. That's not inside information. That's just his opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing I was struggling with is I didn't want to bring Salah in and have Nunes. I think it's all right to maybe take a gamble on one of them and hope that maybe one starts, but I wouldn't want to have both, hoping that they both start, because you could end up with no minutes out of two players.
Yeah, totally.
Adam, if Salah is not fit, he's planning a Watkins move for either Hwang or Neto. Who do you side with? I know you're not keen, but if you had to choose one.
If Salah's not fit, I'm planning a Watkins move and either Hwang or Neto.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Tricky, innit? I'd probably go Hwang if it's just going to be a one-game punt. Oh, a double game week punt. I'd go Hwang. But Neto's good for bonus. He was one of the highest bonus players before he got injured, weren't he? He was getting like 5 bonus a game.
He's got I think he's got more bonus than games played at the moment, Neto. 19 games, 25 bonus. A ridiculous amount of assists. Do you want to take this next one quick, and I'll just quickly scan and see if we've got any more leaks coming through.
Yeah, we probably won't know with Salah until Sunday. So will it be a gamble bringing him in, as you have to make the sub at 2:00 today? Yes, it's going to be a gamble, but it's such a big game. I think that Salah will start the Chelsea game, and then if they need him against Southampton in the FA Cup, he'll come on, and he can still produce in 30 minutes an assist, a goal. We'll look at him last week. Last weekend, he come on with 60 minutes to go, whatever it was, and he still got a goal and assist, didn't he? Seen him do it loads of times. He's done it this season in Europa League as well.
Yeah,
he's one of the elite players, isn't he, in the game, really?
I'm risking going against him, but I don't like it at all.
I think it's okay to go against it as well.
Yeah.
This week.
Right. So apparently we've got, these are obviously just leaks, so pinch of salt, but KDB and Walker benched, apparently. I've seen a few people saying that. KDB and Walker both benched. Phil Foden starts. That's from a page called FPL Tony, and he's usually always reliable. Man City Extra as well, posting that. So Foden looks like he's starting again. He's on a monster run of games. I think it was like 14 starts or something stupid.
Yeah, I think you're right. 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to care about this one, but Gabriel Jesus is back in the squad for Newcastle.
Yeah,
and then FPL price changes, saying Frank Lampard doesn't start for City today. Simon Ingold, taken Palmer out for Gross and Jota out for Watkins. Is this a good swap? The Watkins one, we're not so sure on. But I think if you want Watkins for next week, I don't think Watkins for Forest is bad, really.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Totally agree. I don't think it's a bad move. I mean, you only get one game this week, but it's a good fixture. Forest at home, and then you've got the double game weeks for the next 2 game weeks after that. So, yes, I like it. And obviously, Gross, we said before, has got more games than Palmer in the next 3 game weeks.
Yeah, Gross was the first person that I wanted in my team this week, really.
Yeah. I still can't decide what I'm going to do. I keep thinking I could even go Gross and Diaz instead of Salah. So it's
Shall I set an alarm? Because I'm worried about you.
I've got my team confirmed. Hopefully, well, it says it's confirmed. I always check it. You know, after the deadline, I go, better check it because that first game week didn't go through for me.
Like, I'm a nightmare with it. Like, and this is the first time I've played I'm playing all of the different formats, and I'm just constantly checking and then double checking, triple checking. It's probably that's how you end up probably not setting your team, by fiddling around a bit too much. Right, hang on, let me set a quick timer. What are we on? 20 past 1. Sell it for another 20 minutes, then we should lock our teams in for sure. For then, right. Demetrius, Watkins only has one game week, or am I mistaken? One match this game week against Nottingham Forest, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest at home. So it is just the one game, but then you've got Luton away in 26 and Ajax, followed by Spurs and Ajax, both at home. And Spurs are leaky. Ian's allotment. Ian did join us. You're right, mate. I'm looking for 2 low-used players to replace Jota, and one of 3 Walker. I hit the wrong keys there. Saliba and
Disassi? Is it Disassi? I don't know.
Ian. Let me scroll to the front.
Spell it out again.
The thing is, I don't think I'll find this comment again. No, if I go back. Yeah. Well, Walker apparently isn't starting. Saliba's only got 1.
I've got one for you. I got one for you on a differential. Remember we said on the pod last week, Adingra, he wasn't even in the top 1K ownership. Yeah. He got two goals last week on his return from the AFCON.
I wonder if it has to be a defender by who he's wrote. I mean, Connor Bradley don't look bad, does he?
Yeah, Connor Bradley would be lowly owned, won't he?
Should play twice. Trent out for a month.
Connor Bradley's in 6.5% of the top 1K.
That's not bad, is it? Demetrius says that Salah and Nunes were in training Friday. The only thing I thought I saw that it was like rehab training and not training with the full team, but I might be wrong. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if both start. Anyway, I just don't trust Klopp. I don't know if there was a reason behind it, but you see, he sent out that Linders instead as well to do the press conference. Sicker line through our faces. Simon, it's other part of his question. I can't remember the rest of it, but is or take Jota out for Diaz and have a 5-man midfield. I don't mind having 5-man midfield. I think that's what I'm going to go for this week. Right, these are just commenting on each other's comment. Defender suggestions. This is Elway Goes. Need a defender suggestion as I'm planning to play part of the bus. Right now he's got Van Dijk, Walker and Diaz. Well, it looks like Diaz is starting, but Walker might not be. But he's probably going to play the second one if he's not starting. So is that you'd have to add 2 defenders to that then, surely?
Yeah, you got to have 5 at the back if you're going to do it, Elroy. It's tricky, innit? I had a play around earlier to see if I could get 5 at the back. So I've still got the part of the bus chip. And I could have gone like two City defenders, 2 Liverpool. But because it's FA Cup week, it's just we don't know if they're going to play both games. Like Van Dijk might get rested against Southampton. Or Robertson might only play 1 game. But yeah, Connor Bradley, Ake, something like that. 2 players like that.
I know people are taking him out, but I would chuck Trippier in there still.
Yeah, for this, but I think you're going to score a few goals against Newcastle this game. Yeah,
he's done all right though, hasn't he? He's been getting points even when they're conceding like 2-3 goals. But yeah, I think if I was just playing part of the bus, I'd try and go for the high upside, someone that's going to be on corners. Maybe like you say, Robertson, Trippier. Who we got up next? Darren Webber. Do you think Ake starts? Did we see Ake?
Yeah, he starts.
Yeah.
Was on the leagues.
They reckon he's starting. He has Martinez in goal and thinking of changing him to Edison and then Palmer to Gross. I think we're in agreement. Palmer to Gross looks all right.
Yeah, I just keep Martinez now. He's going to have double game weeks next week. Forest at home this week. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think if you've got Martinez in your team, he's a hold. Unless you've got loads of if you've got no problems and you've got transfers next week, then you can think about Edison. But I wouldn't bring Edison in for a single this week.
Quick, someone's added me on. Oh, we've already confirmed it, but someone's added me on Twitter just saying that De Bruyne doesn't start. If you're tuning in a bit later. If you're watching, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already. Helps the channel out. We're going to be rotating these eventually. I think we're doing this one on my account, but the Dream Team Tonic podcast, we do that once a week. So at Dream Team Tonic on YouTube. There's a link in the description as well, so you can watch the latest episode. Subscribe to them as well. And I think we'll probably on the next one we'll host this, but from the Tonic page. Simon says Watkins against Forest has 2 goals written all over it. He bagged the brace last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Loads
on Watkins this week, isn't there?
Yeah, I was considering it. I was considering it just to go a week early because I wouldn't mind having Watkins, Salah, Haaland if everyone was fit. Hello to Philip. Diaz and Ake start for Man City. Yeah, if you guys see anything, I may have to just double check it. But if there's any leaks that you've seen that we've not been able to, chuck them in the chat. Help everyone out. No fake news though. No fake news. Demetrius, I know he's talking to Simon. Kai Morgan, do I take Saliba out for Salah and Darwin out for Watkins or Hwang? I mean, Saliba's only got a single.
Yeah. Next week's like a double though. I keep saying, don't it? Sheffield United, surely.
Yeah.
Goal and a clean sheet. I don't know. Yeah, longer term, I wouldn't mind having Arsenal in a few weeks defensively, but they might have a blank in 28 if Chelsea beat Leeds. So, in the FA Cup.
Yeah, you won't want to have more than Saka plus a defender, will you? Going into that, otherwise you're stuffed.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go to Salah then if you're thinking longer term, just to make sure you don't have more problems further down the line.
Kyle Moran, is Salah worth the gamble? Also thoughts on Kelleher in for Petrovic. We'll keep going through them even though we've covered it before, just in case people are joining at different times. But yeah, you're thinking you'll take the gamble on Salah and hope he plays one. I think I'm going to go against Salah, but I can see why people would bring him in still. I've just got too many bloody injuries in my team lately that I just can't risk another one at the moment.
Yeah.
Hello to Alex, who's in there. Kyle doesn't think that Liverpool are going to keep clean sheets this week. Yeah, I'm not so sure, to be fair. Hello to Adam. Hello to Ice Kitty. Forian Music is back and he says, City captaincy, or should we be looking elsewhere? Have you figured out your captain for the week?
Yeah, I'm on Haaland at the moment. A bit boring, but I just can't see much like if you've got something like a Gross maybe, just as a differential, but because he should get 2 games, he's good for bonus. I like Diaz this week as well because I think he should play 2 games. But Haaland, when he's fit, he usually plays, doesn't he? So I can't see him being rested.
I can't go against him in this week. Like Bournemouth and Luton, like even one game could be. No, he's not been on it, has he, completely? But it just seems so risky. FPL man, buzzing to see our faces this fine afternoon. Cheers, mate. Alex confirms Ake's starting over Walker. They're different positions, but that is true.
Aren't they both starting today?
I think they're saying Walker's benched.
Oh, I thought he said he started.
No, hang on, let me just double check that. I think it was KDB and Walker that were benched.
Right.
Yeah.
So Akanji probably moved to right back.
Oh, hang on. It's that bloody Booner bloke again.
Oh, don't listen to him. Such a wind-up, isn't he?
There's people making fake accounts. So that FPL Tony, the reliable one, is saying Foden, Haaland, Ake, and Diaz all start. KDB, he's got an X next to it. And this guy is reliable. So Foden, Haaland, Ake, Diaz start. KDB doesn't. We said just give us the bloody lineup in one go.
I know.
Got us all on strings here. But it seems unanimous that people are saying KDB doesn't start.
Yeah, Go on, carry on.
I'm doubting the Walker one though now. I can't see someone reliable saying about Kyle Walker.
Yeah, I was just going to say about in the Discord, in the Dream Team Tonic Discord, a lot of people are talking about taking De Bruyne out if he's going to miss this game. But what do you think? If you had the transfer spare, would you take him out?
I think I would just keep him. Like when he first come back, we were kind of thinking he wasn't going to start, and then he was still just coming on and getting an assist, coming on and getting a goal.
Yeah,
and he seems to just unlock the key to Haaland getting goals as well at times, doesn't he? So I think I'd be happy just to keep him for now. I don't think there's anyone that jumps out at me that I'd replace him with. If we knew that Salah was 100% fit and then KDB was not sure, then maybe I would just use the money for. I say use the money. I think I've got like 7 million in the bank at the minute. Can't even spend it.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've got to keep De Bruyne because he just as soon as he's fit again, you want him in the team. I think he'll play some part this week.
Right, it's 1:30. If you haven't locked your teams in, just lock something in. Don't forget. Please don't forget. I'm just going to double check mine. I check the front door 100 times before I leave the house. Checking my team 100 times.
OCD.
And I'm locked in. Something like that. Right. God, the forum is just saying working. So all those questions that we've just gone through were actually in before we even went live, which is mental. We're going to have to speed this up with only a half hour till the deadline. So Neto or Gross, quick fire.
Gross.
Pascal Gross. Kai saying captain Haaland all day. A load of people telling me it's working perfectly. I didn't realise that we were this behind. We've covered Salah. You're going Salah. I'm not going Salah. Hwang, a good 1 week shout. If your team is good elsewhere, I'd say.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I'm not keen. I mean, he will probably score this in this game week, but I just think it's more problems further down the line. I've already got players that no play in Europe I need to get rid of in a few weeks. So,
hi to Kyle. Hi to Ian in the chat. We haven't mentioned this. So is that Kian, Ryan? How do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Kian. Hello, mate. He says, get Solanke in. We haven't mentioned Solanke. He's got a really good run, actually.
Yeah.
What do you reckon on him? It just starts with City, though.
Yeah, 2 home games, Man City and Leicester. Then a Burnley single next week away. Sheffield United and Luton at home, double in game week 27. It's good little run. It's more of an FPL pick for me, I think. It's still not a bad pick, but like you say, single game week next week. I don't know. I think I'd avoid it. There's other strikers that you can go for.
I like it for that 27, but now we know that those like European fixtures are in there. I can't see if I'm not going to take a Haaland out. I'm not going to take a Salah out if he's fit. So it might just be that third slot. Jack says took Watkins out for Salah last week. Thinking of reversing it this week. Stick?
I'd stick.
Stick. Hello to Tobes, Connor Tobin. He's one of our Patreon members as well. If you're interested in joining that, there's a link in the description below. But yeah, shout out. He's having a great season. Renee R. He's going Jota to Gross, Palmer to Neto, hoping for a differential. Don't mind it. You just might want to change it back the week after. And I keep getting injuries.
I just think you might as well keep Palmer if you're going to go Neto. I don't know.
Yeah.
Palmer's going to get 2 games this week as well. Neto's fixtures are nicer. Yeah.
What I like about Hwang is that if you take Palmer out for Hwang, they're supposedly both on penalties. We know Palmer is. Hwang, they reckon maybe Sarabia. But yeah, I'm not sure. Hwang and Gross are in for Adam. I do like I'm going to get FOMO if the Hwang one comes off, but I just can't do it with my team at the minute. Ian's gambling on Rashford to Jota. I'm not feeling Rashford. What about you, Rashford?
No.
Same goes, doesn't it? No game.
He's burnt my team this year. I had him in at start of season. He was 6.5 million. I had a cracking season last year, and then I lost about 2 million on him by keeping him, thinking he's going to come good.
Connor's just asking what are our transfers and captains. Do you know yours yet?
I've got my team there, but I keep thinking flip flopping, like thinking what I'm going to do. What is it? I've got Palmer to Diaz, and the other one was Jota to Salah. But I do like the look of Gross. I was debating earlier Trippier to Bradley, but then I'd have triple Liverpool defence. So I don't know.
Wasn't there a run where Liverpool and Chelsea were drawing like 0-0 for a while?
Yeah. The last 2 cup finals were 0-0 as well.
So you would get the clean sheets there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a risky play.
Thing is, I've got double Newcastle defence. I've got Trippier and Dubravka. But obviously Trippier can get points from other avenues.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm still waiting for this Stupinian leak because people are saying that there's been 2 stories this week. One that he's gone round De Zerbi's house and had pasta with Ansu Fati. Legit as well. It's not a bullshit story. There's actually a picture of them all sat on the sofa and everything. Apparently, he invites 2 players around every week to go for dinner with him or something. And then apparently there was an embargoed section of his interview saying how Stupinian hasn't been hitting his expectations. He expects more from him. He thinks he's a brilliant player, but could do better. I'm thinking of giving Stupinian one last go. A couple of people have said that he's starting, but not seen anything confirmed yet. But I'm thinking of leaving Stupinian in for just one more week.
Yeah.
I've got Jota and Nunes in my team currently injured. And obviously Jota's got to come out. I really want Pascal Gross. So I'm going to do Jota to Pascal Gross. And then the Nunes one, I kind of ummed and ahed about Salah. I also thought maybe I'll just use that transfer to keep Nunes in and change a Stupinian. But I just thought that all the defenders that I want, I'm not sure get 2 games a week. I'm not sure Virgil gets FA Cup. If I went for another City, they can get rotated. Saliba has only got 1 game. So I thought, try my luck with a Stupinian one more time. And then I'm going to just stick Alvarez in there. If De Bruyne is out, I'd like to think Alvarez should be starting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Gross and Alvarez in for Nunes and Jota and hope that they both start 2 games and give one last run out to the Stupinian, ready for the comeback.
Yeah, I don't blame you because them fixtures at Brighton are really good and he's got to come back in. He's too good to be just sat on the bench.
I do want Salah, but if I see that he plays... Sorry.
I was just going to say, hopefully they're past the differences.
Boom, boom. He's carb loaded him, ready for the game, ready for a double game week. Yeah, next week, if Salah does play this week, even one match, I'll take Palmer out for him. I've got 7 million in the bank. Ridiculous. So I can do Palmer to Salah, and then I can do a Stupinian to pretty much anyone. So that's what I'm going to do. Gross and Alvarez in. FPL man. Oh, and Captain Haaland. FPL man is asking what I'm drinking, asking the real questions. Well, I was just drinking a black coffee, and I've got a can of Fanta on the go as well. Doubled up. One's getting me the caffeine buzz. Ian, Haaland captain. Will Stenning worth gambling on Salah over Hwang?
I just think it's just get him in. Get him in. Saves your transfer later because you're going to have other problems. There'll be more injuries. Look at me last week. I had 2 defender injuries. You've got 2 striker injuries. Yeah. And you end up getting stuck with Hwang. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it.
The only thing that gives me a bit more confidence about not having Salah is the fact that I don't think anyone will dare captain him this week.
Yeah.
Not like
double. That's a good point. Would you go for Hwang over Salah? It's team dependent as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think if the rest of your team looked great and they were double game week players that have got double game weeks next week as well, I think I would do it. I think I would punt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's rare that anyone's got a team that's set up that nicely. Apart from Wisby, who's saying hello, his team's looking really good at the minute, and I expect to see a differential captain and a differential player from him.
He loves the differentials.
Yeah. Another one of our Patreon members in there. Daniel Fox. He took Trossard and Saliba out for Diaz and Diaz. Diaz from City at the back. Diaz from Liverpool in mid. Yeah, that looks good to me. Hello to Liam. Hello to James McClure. Hello again to Anthony. Nathan's having a good time. FPL quit. Kai Havertz. Yes, mate, Ian. Cardamondo. Saka's got 2 single game weeks in a row. Hard to take him out of the team, but I think he's a short-term swap.
Got my fingers burnt, didn't I?
Yeah. I've stuck with him through all these singles, and I've been happy with how it's turned out. He's been getting like 5 points or 8 points each time. Most of the people that you maybe want to take him out for, I don't think are nailed for 2. Like if you put a Doku in or something like that, you're not guaranteed to. So I think keep him because you'll want him for Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Definitely. They've been terrible. Something like, I think, do you see they conceded like 10 goals more than the second worst defence in the Prem?
In history?
No, just this season.
I think they're on track to have the worst defence ever, though.
Yeah.
Seen somewhere.
Yeah, look, they'd had five times they've conceded 5 goals. And also they had that 8. They conceded 8 against Newcastle, wasn't it? I think it was Newcastle.
Yeah.
Big up Commander. He's been excited and looking forward to this all morning. Salah news. No, we've not got anything else. Nothing new. Do you guys have any leaks? I've seen Diaz and Ake start. I'll quickly have another look on my notifications. What I do is I put the notification bell on Twitter for anyone that seems to be reliable. And then I quickly scan through that every deadline, basically. So, not seeing anything else other than Phil Foden starting, KDB not starting, Ake and Diaz are, but not seeing much else. I'll quickly look on our Patreon as well because they're bang on it.
Any Brighton news?
No, nothing. And that's a 3 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. Be interesting to see.
Someone just said a bit lower down. Kyle Thomas is saying that Estupinian starts.
Good for you.
Liam says Ake starts. That's FPL Focals leaking that. James Patterson. Hi, reckon I will put Salah in for Jota, as I don't feel like risking it, but deciding between Palmer to Gross or Dubravka to Ederson for the other transfer. I don't think bother doing Dubravka to Ederson this week.
That's literally what this is. Go on.
It's you, isn't it? You've got that same.
I've literally got the same dilemma. I'm going to keep Dubravka for this two games and then possibly bring Ederson in next week. I am starting to think, do I bring Gross in now instead of Diaz? I don't know. It's tricky.
I think Gross is the steady. Like he's going to get you like X amount of points consistently. Whereas I think like Diaz, you could get a 2, a 10. Like you could get the double figures. But like I said, I'll just keep being on the wrong side of those hot streaks at the minute. All sports fan Adam. Happy weekend to us. Back to you, mate. Would you do Nunes to Salah if you didn't have many fires, or go Watkins, a more safe starter with a good fixture? I think I would do, if you were just deciding between, if you had Nunes, I would change him to Salah. I think if you've got the money to do that, if one of them's going to start, I think Salah's the one that's got the higher ceiling, isn't he?
Yeah, agree.
Bob, Watkins more safe starter. I don't know.
Well, he's going to play against Forest, surely.
Yeah.
Well, then next week, you're going to have
double
Salah for Forest and Sparta Prague, and you'll have Luton and Ajax for Watkins. So I still think Salah's more explosive.
Just going to quickly speedy board someone that's DM'd us, said he's watching live. Would you change Erdegaard for Gross or Liverpool's Diaz? I'd go Gross. But you're not sure. You're not sure.
I don't know. I like both. I might even go and forget Salah and get the two of them. It's horrible. I need
Dylan in the chat. I think if this is the same Dylan, I think it was his first season playing Dream Team, and he's loving it. So shout out to Dylan. What to do with Estupinian? That I'm keeping him, but I'm not gonna tell anyone to keep him because he's been crap. He's trolled me for weeks.
He's just haven't played, does he?
Yeah, but I mean, if all I would say is what I've done is that if you've got strikers to replace or midfielders to replace or Estupinian to replace, I think you might get more points from getting the strikers right. I think if Estupinian's if I change to Estupinian to Virgil van Dijk, I feel like Van Dijk's probably only going to get like 8 to 10 points. But I feel like if I get Nunes out to Alvarez, he could score sort of like 10 plus potentially. That's the only thinking I've got on that at the moment. Would you gamble on Rashford? No. Unanimous?
No.
Shout out to Connor. He's my tag team partner. At the Dream Team Tonic, we host like mini leagues. We've got a tag team league going. And Connor's my partner. And he's saying, damn, we're big time because there's, it says 250 live viewers, but there's 300. So cheers for everyone that's tuned in because when I organised this, I wasn't sure whether we'd get like 10 or something. But yeah, and a few comments. So this is mental. But yeah, cheers everyone. I've already answered. I'm keeping the Estupinian. Apparently, he does start Everton. And FPL Man saying he thinks this is the week that he breaks his 1 point curse. So I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it's more than 2. Is Hwang worth the 1 week punt? We've covered that a load of times. I think if your team's good, do it. If your team's good for the next couple of weeks, just do it and you can reverse it. But if not, I would avoid it. Done the gross transfer to for Jota, but need to replace Porro. Do you go safe and get Diaz or another double player? I'm assuming that's Diaz from City at the back.
Yeah, I like Diaz. Diaz is
he's been on a good run.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of games.
He's been on a good run of starting.
12 minutes, 11 minutes to deadline now. I'm getting it.
Quick, have a look at it. If you need to have a look at your team.
I might go Gross instead of Diaz. Because I've got Salah, but I don't know. It's that Southampton fixture after, innit?
I'll double check, triple check my team, make sure I'm definitely locked in. I'll quickly go check the front doors locked again. You check your team, and I'll answer a few questions if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to have a quick think about your team, because Dan Swin, do you think Klopp plays Salah in Europe next week? It just depends if he's fit or if he's bluffing us. Basically, I wouldn't be surprised if he's bluffing us about this cup final and starts Nunes and Salah. To be honest, this season has just made me just lose all trust with managers. I think Arteta was like lying about Saka's fitness loads at the start of the season. I got done by Anthony Gordon saying he was out earlier in the season from Eddie Howe, and I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp's fibbing as well. But as for Europe, if he is genuinely injured or can only play 1 game this week, I think he might miss Europe potentially. Gunalen, who would you pick, Watkins or Diaz this week? I'd go Luis Diaz out of the 2. I think he's got 2 fixtures. You get Watkins in next week. Tobes again, best long-term goalkeeper. I'm on Edison, and I'm happy for Edison. He's not playing FA Cup, but I think it covers that City defence nicely, and you haven't got to worry about rotation that much. Dunk for Gomez. What do you think? I don't like these Brighton defenders, to be honest.
Yeah, you said that. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Dunk's nailed.
Quick scan on the old Twitter just to see if anything else has popped up. Again, Foden looks like he's starting. KDB looks like he's not. Yeah, it's hard to scan. I don't know how people scan Twitter and do this at the same time, really. I guess you get used to it.
I think
apparently a big one. Apparently, Victor Lindelof starts. Apparently, Amari Forson starts for Man United. I'm not sure who that is. You heard of him?
No.
Haaland starts. That's from a reliable source. Erling Haaland starts. And again, KDB bench, like I said, Foden, Haaland, Ake, Diaz all start. Right, next one. Have you got a week in mind for max captain or 12th man? Do you want to take this? Because I'm all out.
I haven't got. The only thing I've got is the part of the bus now.
I like that 12th man Solanke when he's double.
Yeah, 27. Game week 27 for Solanke. Yeah, it's like not too bad. Last week would have been good for me for Saka because I couldn't get to him because of my injured defenders. Yeah, so if you used all your transfers on injuries and you want that like elite player, bring in, say, like, for example, you haven't got Salah and you know he's gonna in a couple of weeks he's gonna play double game week. Bring him in on your 12th man. Max captain. This is a good week for max captain, I think, because it's a bit like we don't know who's going to get 2 games. So if you want to use it this week, it's not too bad.
8-minute warning for the deadline. Lock in, people. Lock your teams in. I am locked in. My captain's ready. Don't worry, Connor. You're in good hands, mate. So my team's going to be Edison, Estupinian, Ake, Robertson, Palmer, Saka, Foden, De Bruyne, Gross, Haaland captain, and Alvarez. And I won't be making any changes now because I'll start panicking last minute. But please let Estupinian be starting. I'm going to just search for him individually. But even if he's not, surely he gets one game. Surely he gets one. Again, chuck some leaks in if you get any. Hwang, we're not punting on him, but it seems like in the chat that there's quite a few people that are doing it. Solanke for Michael is going in for Gross. Solanke is going in for Gross and Alvarez in. Oh, we quite like Gross. But I'm getting Alvarez in. Nathan Wisby's on here for leaks. I'm not finding anything else. The FPL deadline's gone. So normally things come out like near to FPL deadline time, but there's nothing extra coming out at the moment. I'm not even seeing any full teams come out like usually you do. Alternative players, Hwang, Neto, Adingra, or Gakpo. Do you know what? If I was to choose out of them, I'd probably go Gakpo now, just in the hope that he gets at least one a week.
I'll go Adingra.
You'd go Adingra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cole Foster. Hi, lads. Great idea with the live. I'm going to go for Palmer to Gross, but he can't decide who to change Jota for, Diaz or Salah.
That's what I'm thinking now. I've just changed Gross back in, and I've took Diaz out, and now I'm thinking, I could put Diaz in instead of Salah. I don't know.
Cole's a Liverpool fan as well, I think. I think I'd do Diaz just for this week. But,
right.
Yeah.
That's locked.
Yep. Connor's hoping that we're locked in, but I am definitely locked in, but I'm going to check it again. Yep. Definitely still. Tobin's shouting out Wisby. James Quinney, if not Edison, then who to have in goal? I don't like it for this week. It's hard.
Kelleher.
Yeah, Kelleher.
Yeah.
I'll try and
Should be
wait till
nailed
next
for
week.
a few game weeks. Should get the next 6 or 7 games.
If you have to do goalkeeper one, then Kelleher. Is it worth getting Salah in this week? Ben's probably getting him in. I'm not getting him in. It's a bit of a risk, but he is that good that he can hurt you. Kian Gross is not a punt. He's been really good all season. Yep, I agree. Consistent. 4th highest midfielder on the game. Layla, she swapped Jota for Hwang and KDB for Pascal Gross. KDB's not starting this game, so might turn out all right, that. And Hwang is a decent option. Is Nunez injured? Apparently, he was left out of the last squad and went off at half time in the game before that. It's not looking good for him, but I think he'll get one start. Hello to Stephen in the chat. Gross instead of Salah. I would do it. I would do it. That's Michael Meakin. Leslie Irvine, Gross or Salah in for Jota? Gross for me. For you?
Yeah, tricky that.
And I think Saka's a hold. Connor is allegedly captaining Pascal Gross. I've heard. He wanted to captain Saka last week, and I talked him out of it. I thought he was crazy. But I think he outscored him a little bit, but not by much. Hold KDB or not, Tobin? You're holding KDB? Anyway?
Yeah, hold.
Brooklyn, Salah or Gross? Gross for me.
No. Few saying that now. Gross
Salah obviously, if Salah obviously plays, then he can haul, but Salah or Watkins?
Salah.
Have you got a week in mind for max captain or 12th man? I think we've done that already. Joel Baldwin, well done, mate. Currently 6th in the world on the leaderboard. He's now over analysing every move. Do I make the brave move of taking KDB out this week, or do I play it safe, thinking Hwang in as a punt? Don't be asking us, mate. You're smashing it. Yeah. You've done it till now on your own. I always lean safe, to be honest. I think I'd keep KDB.
It's 2 transfers, isn't it? Because you're going to want KDB back.
Yeah, I'd keep KDB, but keep doing what you're doing because you're smashing it there. James, back 3 of Trips, Ake, and Shah. Who would you take Shah out for? Quick fire.
Shah for a Liverpool or a Man City defender. So
you got Bradley, Virgil, or was it Diaz and Ake definitely starting? So you could go for one of them too. C Partridge. Hi guys, Jota or Nunez headaches to take a risk to Salah and Alvarez. I mean, if you could do both, I think it's all right to have Salah if you've got decent other strikers, but I didn't have any others really.
1 minute to go.
1 minute. Lock your teams in. Lock your teams in. I'm checking mine again. I'm locked in. Yeah, mine's in. I don't know if we're going to get any time for more leaks now. Hang on.
Oh, well.
No, yeah, no more leaks. Time's up. Would you play it safe? Would you play it safe and leave Salah in for another week, or bring in Diaz? I'd do Diaz.
Would you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I
guess if he's already in, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Manixa, worth bringing in Solanke this week. Tough game against City, but good upcoming fixtures. I'd wait. I think I'd wait.
Well, it's too late now because it's all over. The deadline's locked in.
Is it mine saying? Oh yeah, bang! We're done. We're done, guys. We are done. How did we get? Did we even get near to getting to the end?
To the questions.
Bloody hell, no! We didn't get anywhere near. Jesus Christ! Sorry about that, guys.
Is there any we can answer, or is it all transfer ones?
Blimey, I didn't realise how many bloody questions there were. I don't think we could have gone much quicker. I've lost which one I was on now. Oh, well, cheers to everyone for joining the live, because I did not think we would get this many questions.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
cheers, Ryan Driver, for tuning in. And if you do want, we're going to keep. I think we're going to be keeping this up as long as we can all make it on. Check out the Dream Team Tonic podcast. Link in the description below as well. If you're not subscribed, leave a like and subscribe to this channel and the Dream Team Tonic. When we put in on the Tonic,
it's Monday. Is it? Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
They live to the patrons.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, we do live with our Patreon members Monday, and then probably Wednesday it'll be out on YouTube to everyone else. If you are interested in the Patreon, we obviously live stream to Patreon members first. We've got exclusive articles, blog posts, that kind of thing. Discord community. What else we got? Your fixture ticker. You do a fixture ticker each week.
Connor's watch list.
Loads of cool features. Obviously, a group of top managers as well. So there's a link in the description below for that. I'm sorry I've missed. I'm looking at these questions, but I'm sorry I've missed them all. But cheers for joining in. Click right. Shout out to Simon Mazza. Just trying to see if there's any. I mean, there's no point me answering some of these now if it's a 50-50 between players because we've missed it. Should we wrap it up there?
Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming and joining in. It's been really good. Loads of interaction today.
One last question. This one's for you, Ben. Can you speak Polish?
No.
I can't.
Polska. That's the only thing I can speak.
Don't attempt it.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, I'm looking here. All of these ones we can't. We've missed the deadline now. We tried, but yeah, appreciate all the comments because there were.
Who takes the penalties for Brighton now? That's Gross, isn't it?
Pascal Gross. Yeah, Pascal Gross. Right. What did you decide on?
I brought Gross in, didn't I, last minute?
Go on, do your team. Start front to back.
Yeah. Let's pull it up. So Dubravka, Trippier. Dubravka, Trippier, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gross, Rodri, Foden, De Bruyne, Alvarez, Haaland captain, and Salah.
He's gone for Salah.
Yeah. I was tempted to do Diaz instead, but then I was like, I want Salah next week, won't I? So
we need to make sure that we decided on our teams before doing this next time. Maybe we have to go a little bit earlier than 1 hour if the questions are going to keep coming in like this. Yeah, nice. Right, thank you everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.